Hello and a warm welcome to this result day live when counting for the states of Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Puducherry, Kerala, and Assam are underway. Now, according to the early trends, because the counting started at 8 a.m. with the ballot paper counting, that round is over, and now the EVM votes are being counted right now, and we will try and focus only on West Bengal and Assam in this particular hour of the Federal Result Day Live. And according to the early trends which are coming in, it clearly shows that BJP is forming the government. But yes, these are trends. There's a little caveat that the early trends, according to which BJP seems to be leading in 95 seats and Congress is leading in about 27 seats. And as far as others are concerned, they're leading in 3 seats. Now, West Bengal, is it going to spring a surprise? We don't know. But what the trends show is a very, very tight contest. In the first initial round, it seemed that the gap widened between BJP and Trinamool Congress. But right now, it seems the early trends which I'm seeing on all the TV channels is that BJP is almost leading in 145 seats. Can you imagine? So, is BJP all set to form the government? Some TV channels have already started saying that BJP has reached the halfway mark. But again, the caveat that these are early trends. For these trends to fructify into solid results, I think another hour we should wait. And who knows, if West Bengal goes to the wire, then we might not be able to predict as to who is forming the government in West Bengal. So we can't discuss West Bengal and Assam both today. Joining me this morning is Professor Debashish Chakrabarti. Thank you, sir, so much for joining. We have Samir Purkaisa, senior journalist from the Federal. Thank you so much for joining. And we have Pasanjit Biswas also joining us. Thank you so much, Pasanjit, for joining, who keeps a close eye on Assam and West Bengal both. Thank you so much. And I'll begin with Debashish Chakrabarti. First, let's start with West Bengal. All the interest is everybody is keenly watching West Bengal. What's really happening according to the early trends which are coming in? Professor Debashish.
Yes, according to the early trends, there is a shift towards BJP's victory because they are leading in 104 or exactly what you have said, 141 seats. So there is, if not a clean sweep, but there is a shift towards that. It shows the votes were polarized and that Mamta's Muslim vote bank has been split because Congress is also leading in one, CPIM is also leading in one. So the Muslim vote bank theory is not working this time for Mamta. And what has happened? The votes are polarized. That anti-incumbency is seriously affecting TMC because this time the votes were fair and free. Therefore, the issue is that this polarization and then the anti-incumbency, TMC is a victim of the anti-incumbency. If this trend continues, I don't know whether there will be a clean sweep. Later rounds will confirm. But then at this moment, the the shift is towards BJP. Though the battle is neck and neck, but anytime it can change in the later rounds. But at this moment, the things are not happening in TMC way. It is happening in the BJP way. BJP has never been able to do this kind of achievements in West Bengal, and it
Right.
shows that the case Nilu.
Right. All right. Let me come to Samir. Now, Samir, what are the trends which you are gathering as far as the specific few seats are concerned? Can you see startling trends from West Bengal?
Yeah, first, for the first time after say 1970, probably that West Bengal is not going to give a sweeping mandate to any particular party. In the past, we have seen the winner got landslide victory, almost two-thirds. So that is not going to happen this time. It will be much more closely contested battle. So that's one. Secondly, as Professor Chakravarti pointed out, the Muslim vote is not solidly consolidating in favor of TMC. So this has been evident from the the trends from Malda and Murshidabad. Now in Malda, BJP is surprisingly leading in 6 seats. Last time out Malda has 12 constituencies, Malda districts, and mostly these are minority dominated seats. So BJP last time had owned only 2 seats in Malda. This time they are leading in 6. Clearly, they are benefiting from two factors. One is split in the minority votes, and another is this SIR factor. SIR has significantly reduced the influence of minority communities in many constituencies by almost changing the demographic profile of those constituencies. So that is there. Similar trend in another minority dominated district, Murshidabad. In Murshidabad, surprisingly, BJP is leading in 3 seats. We have early trend now from 7 out of 22 seats in Murshidabad. So there also BJP is leading in 3 seats. So this last time BJP couldn't open its account in Murshidabad. Murshidabad has 22 seats, and TMC had won all those seats. So there is clearly another trend is that Muslim vote is splitting. It's not solidly behind TMC. Another
Right.
is the Motua factor. Motuas, despite in the SIR, Motuas also lots of Motua names got deleted. It's a migrant community, Motua, but apparently the early trend shows that Motuas, despite this SI deletion and all those things, the community is now continues to repose their faith in BJP's Hindutva ideology. Motuas since 2019 has been a strong vote bank of the BJP, and BJP is able to retain it.
Right.
Third is this Jungle Mahal, this tribal dominated areas, Jhargram, Purulia. So in Jhargram, out of 4 seats, BJP is leading in all these 4. In Purulia, out of 9 seats, BJP is leading in 7 seats. Similar trends we are seeing in Bankura, then West Midnapur. So in apparently in Jungle Mahal, BJP is making big inroads,
In fact,
and
the numbers which are now coming in, BJP is leading in about 149 seats in West Bengal. That is the latest number on the mainstream channels. They are running it as
let,
149.
let me give a caveat here. Don't go by the Delhi media channels trend. Stick to election commissions, and even the Bengali media is not showing that kind of huge lead to the BJP as of
Right.
now. But of course, the BJP in certain areas, BJP has already broke into celebration. They have in many areas we are seeing that BJP supporters have already come out and started celebrating. But I think it's too early to start celebration as of now, because the trend we have is counting has going. We got trend from 198 out of the 293 seats, and BJP is leading in 104 seats, and TMC in 91 seats. So
Right.
it's very neck
Still,
and
it's a
neck.
very close contest, Samir, which means it's a close contest still right now.
But surely BJP has got an early momentum, and they are gradually slightly surging ahead.
Right. All right. Let me come to Pasenjit. Pasenjit, the early trends of West Bengal. Do you feel that the BJP is all set to form the government now, or is it too very early to say that? And then we'll shift to West Bengal. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it may be too early to say right now because I think hardly 2 rounds of counting are in progress, and third round may be in for some of the urban constituencies. So the postal ballot is also counted simultaneously. So, given the state of counting, I would say that the trend hasn't yet set. To set the trend out of these 25 rounds, at least 10, 11 rounds have to be seen. So until then, it is kind of a little swing or little edge towards BJP. But I would like to say that a few things I would like to mention. Muslim vote split. That's one important issue that Debashishda has flagged. to my mind, in large part of backyard of Bengal, bearing Murshidabad and Malda, Muslim votes have remained intact. And I have heard from ISF leadership itself that they are also finding it very difficult to mobilize their own, Muslim constituents, not in the name of Muslim. So this polarization theory that Shubhendu Adhikari on the one side, on the other side, Humayun, and also ISF were trying to bring in is very little successful in the case of Bengal as yet. So polarization is not in the form of Hindus and Muslims. Muslim votes have remained intact for TMC primarily because of the kind of agony and anxiety SIR process had created among the Bengali Muslims. Though comparatively more names of Bengali Hindus were deleted, as Shamir Babu has pointed out, that Matuas, for example, in Bagda constituency, which is won by a Motua candidate, who is like the wife of the Union Minister Shantanu Thakur, is still in the lead after 2 rounds. But it's a very close lead. The daughter of the TMC MP, who is a contestant, a rival, is closely edging towards balancing that lead at this point of time, as the reports come from Bagda. So I'm
Right.
just citing Bagda case. I can also cite several cases in eastern Medinipur where TMC is leading in sufficiently good margin. Therefore, Muslim votes largely, I would say 95 to 96% of it, have remained with TMC. It hasn't shifted at all. As far as certain kinds of swings we see in the urban constituencies, you can look at Kolkata. In a particular seat, BJP candidate Shapan Dasgupta is leading. But in other seats, you see the TMC candidates are holding on to their ground. So the typical division of votes that happens in Bengal in terms of North Bengal and South Bengal, that kind of division is remaining intact. In North
Right.
Bengal, in certain pockets, TMC is able to make a dent as well.
Right.
So I
All right.
don't see at this moment that we have to draw a clear, kind of an understanding of the swing. But right now, there's an edge for the BJP. That is acceptable. Okay.
Okay, so at the time right now is 10:44 for West Bengal. The BJP has an edge at the moment, but yes, the fight is close. We'll have to wait because these are early trends. We'll have to wait for another hour or maybe 2 hours. Who knows? Because Bengal might just go to the wire. Now, also joining me this morning is Paresh Malakar. He's a political activist from Assam. Paresh, good morning. What do the results in Assam? Quite much on the predicted lines. BJP is all set to form the government. Yes, Paresh.
As of now, it seems so. As of now, it seems so. Because early trends say that BJP is leading, and so it seems that BJP may form the government if something drastic change does not take place midway, and I do not see that happening at the moment.
Right, but looking at the results, the exit polls also had predicted that BJP is all likely to win Assam, and we are almost seeing the results on the same line. Now, what would you? What are the factors which you really feel have played a dominance as far as Assam is concerned? What is the Himanta factor? Or the kind of welfare schemes they had offered? Was it polarization? What has really worked in favor of BJP? Because many people, there were allegations of corruption, there were allegations of so many wrongdoings as well on the part of the BJP government. But even then, Himanta is forming the government, almost it seems.
See, the question is now, see, in favor of BJP, there is the state machinery. There is the support of the election commission, and BJP has, you see, so money wise they are very rich, and so the all things are at the moment in favor of the BJP. And what are the things actually with the opposition? There's only one thing. What is that? That's the support of the people. That is the, you see, dissatisfaction of a section of people against the present government. So that is the thing. This is the difference. And but the thing is that you have to work on that. This morning, actually, I wrote a Facebook post that is, I was not interested in exit poll, nor I am interested in who is going to win or who is not going to win, because you see, it is not decided on the day of the election. It is decided much before that. So if the Congress-led opposition is losing this election, they should have worked 6 months before the election, 6, 7 months before the election, 1 year before the election. So if you do not work 1 year before the election and you have only one thing in your advantage, what is that? That's the people. That you have to depend on the people. So this is obvious. So that is why this election, the election results in Assam particularly, is not a surprise for me. If it would have been a surprise if it would have been otherwise. So that's my understanding of the situation right at the moment. You need to work. You need to work for it. Have you worked for it properly? No, you have not. So if you didn't work for it, then you will of course get this kind of results. That is what it is. So I am not surprised at all. I am surprised a little bit about Tamil Nadu. I'm surprised quite an extent about West Bengal, but I'm not very surprised about the results in
Assam.
Assam.
Right. Right, but the big question which I'm going to ask you is that will Hemanta be the CM? Though it's quite early to even talk about this, and any ordinary person would really say that Hemanta will return as CM. But are there any doubts whether BJP will pitch him as the CM, or there could be a surprise candidate?
See, here also I have to say one thing. I don't have any confidential information about who is going to be the chief minister and who is not going to be the chief minister. I do not know. But so that's my candid, you see, ambition. But the thing is, there are talks going on that many people are saying that, okay, even if see BJP comes to power, that Hemanta Vishwa may not be made the chief minister. So these are all talks. Now we'll see once the results are out, completely out, and then what the BJP decides. We do not know what they are going to do. So, so that is why I don't want to make any comments as of now at this moment on who is going, because I don't like actually this to make some comments, some imaginative comments. I don't want to do that. But yes, the talk here is this, that even if BJP comes to power, Hemanta Vishwa may not be made this minister this time. But these are the talks. I don't have any confirmation. I don't have any argument for it, and I don't have any argument against it also.
Right, but yeah, but that's true as far as Assam is concerned. Of all the states which have gone to polls this time, the most obvious result was that of Assam, and BJP does seem to be forming a government very, very clearly. What the early numbers now show is that BJP is almost leading in 99 seats out of 126. Now, coming back to the West Bengal question, and for the final round of comments, because there are other lives also which are lined up. Coming to you, Debashish, what do you really feel as far as West Bengal results are concerned? This is almost like 10:51, and BJP is seems to be leading now in 144 seats. That's what I'm seeing now. Is it premature to say that BJP is all set to form the government in West Bengal? Professor Debashish, you'll have to unmute, sir. Unmute, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the trend shows that there is an age of BJP, and even though there are many rounds of vote counting is due, but still the shift is towards BJP. It is palpably clear. And if you ask what factors that work for BJP, one important factor is Ganesh Kumar. His operation SIR was very successful in the sense that 90 lakhs voters are ousted from electing, and then 27 lakhs voters, those who had gone to tribunal, they could not vote. Therefore, I doubt how much this is a free and fair poll, because there was interference from election commission, and election commission cannot be a party to the election. But my reservation is that how come election commission can interfere with the due process of election is actually, I told you that election is for the people, by the people. Election is not for election commission. So the people will decide who will be governing them for 5 years. Going towards that, I must tell that it is a good sign that the votes were not polarized according to religious line. That would have led West Bengal to a civil war. It is good that the votes are polarized on political front line. That is good because people have the right to choice. Another important factor that worked against TMC is that anti-establishment and then 15 years of misrule. They have to pay the costly price for that. One has to remember that they are ruling the people, not for the party. They are ruling the people for the development of the people. So these things are very important. And most important thing is that what I feel is that BJP's offers were accepted by the women voters. When Mamata announced that 1,500 Lakshmi Bhandar, BJP has gone for 3,000
Yeah.
Annapurna Bhandar. So for the
Right.
unemployed youths, they have also said that from 1,500 they will make it 3,000. These are popular appeal to middle class people, and that BJP has gained out of it. So my point is that the election, let us wait for 27 rounds or the final rounds, but initial trend shows that there is a clear edge towards BJP. And if it happens, the question is Porivartan, or meaning this time the West Bengal is scheduled to go for another political change after 2011.
Right. Now the gap is still closing in now. Samir, what I'm seeing is that Trinamool Congress is leading in 132 seats and BJP in 144. So which means that still it's a neck and neck race almost. Yes, Samir.
Yeah, as I told you, that this is going to be a very close fight this time. No party is going to sweep elections. It's very apparent now from the early trends. So obviously TMC still is holding some areas of its influence based on particularly its welfare schemes, Lakshmi Vandar, Juba Sati. As you know, there are 100 plus such welfare schemes that Mamata Banerjee's government has been running, and and by and large they are running it very, very successfully. So despite 15 years of rule, and which is marked by incidents like Arjikar rape and murder case, then lots of corruption charges, all those things. But despite that, they are still, and obviously you cannot you cannot forget the SIR, the way and the way the entire election process has been conducted. So despite all these things, and we have also seen in the middle of the election ED raiding some TMC candidates and all these things, the IPAC office being this thing, IPAC director being arrested, all these things. The center has put all put all its forces, all its might to win Bengal, but yet TMC is putting up a good fight. That is largely because of its welfare schemes.
All right. So I'll take the concluding comments from Passenger. The numbers are still
Just one breaking this thing. Mamta is again trailing in Bhavanipur.
Bhavanipur.
So
Okay.
yeah, there is
All
a
right.
roller coaster this thing going on there. Initially she trailed, then she took a lead. Now she is trailing again.
Okay, all right. So, Basanjit, your last word to you. The latest numbers coming from West Bengal, BJP again leading in 151 seats, TMC leading in 126 seats. So, is Bengal really going to be a big surprise? As big a surprise as what we are seeing in Tamil Nadu?
Yeah, I mean, there are ways in which this could be stemmed by TMC. Even the voting trends, etc. As it happened on the ground, certainly not show that there will be a sweep for the BJP. So it will be a close fight, and in that close fight, also other parties will have a space this time. They may be in the position of being the kingmakers in Bengal. So the gate is wide open at this point of time. But certainly, BJP used all its means, including the ECI and the official machinery, etc., to put pressure on the TMC. I think to some extent that pressure has cowed down TMC at many levels, but at the same time, TMC has also fought back, and therefore the gap is going to close and it's not going to widen. That's my understanding of the situation.
All right, so the numbers are still trickling in, and let's see which way West Bengal goes in. But yes, there is an initial momentum which we are seeing in favor of the BJP. And can Mamta really win Bhabanipur if she's trailing, as what Samir told us just a short while back? So we'll have to keep a close eye, and our live coverage continues on the federal. Stay tuned. Thank you so much, Professor Debashish, Samir, and Professor Pasanjit. Thank you so much for joining.